Hello everybody out there. I'm going to tell y'all a way to save a lot of money. And like I say in a lot of my other automotive and motorcycle videos, Harley motorcycles preferably. This is about changing a car battery and about the scammers and the damned liars, crooks out there. Don't go, if you change the battery in your car or pickup or whatever, don't go buy this crap that they say it has. You plug it into your wait a minute, I'm thinking a computer. You know, your scanner. Where it plugs in under your dash, or whatever, and then goes into the cigarette lighter of another car, or taking jumper cables and running from the battery in one car to the new battery you're going to install in a car. This is about saving the memory, so that when you change your battery, your radio stations stay the same, and you don't have to go through the drive cycle again to reset your immediate monitors and all this crap. It saves your memory, in other words. Don't go buy all this bullshit, people. Don't do that. I'll tell you an easy way to do it. Get yourself about, I'd say 12 feet of wire like this. I think right here we have an 18 gauge wire. I bought this at AutoZone, the wire. Now the alligator clip, that's, I bought that separately. But you don't even need these alligator clips, because this won't go over a battery post on a battery. It's too small. I just use this as a jumper wire or a tester wire or whatever. But it also works to change batteries in car and save your memory. Let me tell you how to do it. Now this would be too short. I would suggest a person buy about 12 feet of this wire. You can buy it at your local parts store, O'Reilly, CarQuest, AutoZone, whatever. Good electrical wire like this. Black or red, whichever you prefer. You could buy some red, meaning positive, and some black. You don't need any wire any bigger than this. No bigger than this. Don't worry about end clamps either. Okay. Well, here's what you do. When you buy a new battery for your car, pickup, or whatever, alright, here's what you're going to do. Okay, the terminals that are already on there, before you disconnect the battery in the car, take your 6-foot lengths of the red wire you buy, like this. Carve this end down to where the wire would be about, I'd say 6 inches from the top. Take that and wrap it real tight right around the back of the terminal where you have a little raw wire, or you can take like a steak knife, cut a little of the rubber off the positive cable around it so you can wrap this wire around it real tight. Then to the new battery you're going to install, run the 6-foot wire, have it to where about 6 inches of wire is exposed on that. Wrap that around the very bottom of that post, and then twist it to where it's real tight. Okay, and then do the same thing for your ground. On the new battery, on that ground post, twist the wire real tight around the very bottom of the post. And then run the other wire to the back of that terminal, very back where the wire is, and then wrap wire real tight around that. Okay? Simple. You do it with your fingers. This is a fingers and steak knife job. all it is. Alright. Then take the terminals off the battery in the car. Okay? Then, after you do that, take the old battery out of the car. Then, put the new battery in the car. And of course, these will still be connected to the new battery in the back of the terminals that you took off. And just put a towel in front of them to keep the cables from touching, or the terminals from touching, or flying back at you when you're installing the new battery. Put your new battery in, and then just go ahead and put your terminals on, push them down, tighten them up. After you do that, cut these wires off. And it's going to leave a little wire under that terminal, or it may not. You know, it may all fall off. And just cut it off. It's as simple as that. And then tighten your terminals, and you're through. Ta-da! You don't have to go buy all this bullshit equipment, people. I mean, these cons, you know, they make me want to vomit. You know, like, one thing they have, it's like, you know, into your scanner port, you buy this tool device. You can get them for about $12 on eBay, or at your auto parts store for about $16. And it plugs in to your scanner port under your dash. But then the other end has to go to a 12-volt source or another cord. Well, if you're going to do that, damn it, you could just simply take jumper cables, simple jumper cables, and run from one car to the back of the terminals on the car you're going to change the battery on. Why would you need to buy that dumbass piece of equipment? And everybody, you know, jumper cables are common anyway. You know, people don't listen to idiots like Scotty. I think you know who that person is. Don't listen to a moron like that. See, they're interested in sponsoring parts so they can get paid a commission. You know, that is so damn retarded. I mean, the things they tell people to do, because this equipment, you know, you go in under the dash, plug it into the lighter of another car, or a 12-volt box that holds a 12-volt charge in it or whatever. Why the hell would you need to do all that? Because if you're having to use another 12-volt source, I mean, for God's sake, you could use jumper cables, man, if you're having to use another car or another 12-volt battery. But my way, hell, all you need is, man, wire like this. This is all the fuck you need, man. Oh, sorry for my language. It's bad for the children. But this is all you need, people. Just wire like this. I think this is like 18 gauge wire, I believe, you know. That's all there is to it. And, you know, it's like any electrical with a battery. Always watch your terminals or any wires when you're moving stuff to not let a positive touch metal around you or whatever. You know, it's common sense. But let me go over it again. 6 feet lengths. 2 6-foot lengths of wire like this in black or red. And then expose 6 inches of the wire. Twist it real tight over the bottom of the post on the new battery. The other end, twist it real tight on some exposed wire on the very back of the terminals on the old battery that's still in the car. Then just take your terminals off and put the new battery in. And then after you put your terminals back on, you can, you know, just take a steak knife and cut these off. Cut them off. That's all you got to do. You know, and any wire that's still left under the terminals, it's not going to hurt anything. You know, I mean, that's not going to cause any harm or anything. But there you go. There you got it. You got it from Earl. You know, and there's something I want to tell you. You shouldn't ever trust any human. But I'm the type human being. I have a good godly fear. I'm not going to deceive my brothers and sisters. Anytime I make a video, it's about Harleys, cars, whatever, it's accurate because I test any theory or anything. I think, hey, I'm going to try this. I test it, people. I test it first before I do it. And I did this myself on a 2002 Ford truck with the 4.6, the F-150, 4.6 Triton modular V8 engine. No problem, man. No problem. No problem. That's all you got to do. Everybody buy you 12 feet of 18 gauge wire like this. And remember what I told you. Save my video or write the instructions down. Anyway, watch the scammers. I'm a person, see, there's no ads in my videos. I'm not here, I'm not sponsoring anybody else. I'm retired. I'm not looking to make money from anybody else. My quest is to help people. Because these days, if you own a motorcycle or a car, you're at the mercy of a bunch of liars, scammer, con artists, thieving crooks. Bad people. Okay? But anyway, good luck out there.